Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of NDB Media's The Professionals here on the NDB Media Network. Today is September 4th, 2024, and if the big dog were here, he would be saying it's time for some football, folks, but we're going to avoid all pejoratives and copyright infringements and all that stuff. So we're going to get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful time it is. We're going to be going over the NFL football games this week. So I want to welcome everyone. It looks like we have most of the picks. So we're going to get to them. Let us know who you are and where you hail from in the chat room. And I think we're going to get to that. Now, if Cuervo does see this, I want to show him how invested I am. There it is. Lindy's Sports Pro Football and Athlon Pro Football. And sadly, Lenny Melnick, I'm sorry, they're not fantasy sports because we're adults here after all, but that's okay. I want to welcome my co-host. As you know, I am the scorekeeper. And the minute she goes, that was
What?
funny. As I was about to introduce everyone, you immediately muted yourself. How are you doing, young lady?
The reason I muted myself was I thought I was going to cough, and I didn't think you want to have that in your ears. Other than that, I'm sitting here roasting in 104-degree heat and coughing, but I'm good.
I want to welcome the one who is the man, Richard. How are you doing, Richard?
I am doing quite well tonight. It is the evening here, 9 o'clock-ish. So it's getting darker earlier and earlier, which is letting us know that it is football season as the days shorten. So I'm doing quite well. And so with further ado, how are you doing, scorekeeper?
I heard that snort keeper or
No,
whatever.
I was going to say spore keeper.
Spore keep. Oh, I had
Keeper.
one time. At one time, it used to be on my wall in the room, but that's neither here nor there. Ooh. I want to give a shout out to Dan Schlossberg. Sorry, Liz. Home Run King, the remarkable record of Hank Aaron, written by Dan Schlossberg, forward by Dusty Baker, and preface by Kevin Barnes. Check it out at Amazon.com. It's really available. Go on over there right now. Liz, sorry.
Oh, no, I just thought when you're a scorekeeper, then are you in charge of Discovery? Making the whole thing go?
Not at all.
With the score drive?
I am dutifully impressed. Woohoo. So Edie's all good in the hood. I'm actually just setting some things up right now. Guys, if you'd go around the horn, everyone in the chat room, why don't you let us know who you are and where you hail from? We're about to go over the picks. We have quite a few of them. So our statistical information, as you know, usually in the first 3 weeks of the season is kind of limited. But I did some homework, and we'll have some other stuff we're going to be talking about. I don't know if my wonderful and glorious co-hosts know, but it looks like the man got himself a job, and it was announced today. Mr. Belichick has a job finally. Did you hear about that, Richard?
Well, that's the second job.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. It was babysitter, the first one, right?
No, he was. Was he part? He's a part of another network or another podcast. He's part of. He got earlier this year. In the summer he got. This is his second job.
Oh, I'm impressed. I did not know that. But good for him. I don't know if any teams are going to hire him. Now, there's a lot of rumors going about. And I do want to, folks, say that we are the non-rumor network here. One of the most annoying things in media today is when they say there's an unnamed source or sources say, and it shouldn't be that way. Now, there are a few people that have proven their worth, but everyone else is talking out of their hiney. And that's one thing that we're going to be doing here on Sports Talk with the Guys, as we've done for the longest time, is we don't go by rumors. We don't go by innuendo. And we just tell it straight. And we're going to continue to do that. So, as you know, the Professionals has been our newsy portion of the network, and we're a little more serious on this side. So that's why I only do it once a month. We were going to try to do it more often, but it's just a little on the difficult side. But I do want to give a shout out to my older sis. Thank you. I guess she's going for the Broncos. We already have. I guess that is our first official on-air pick. for
Yeah.
this season. Yeah, actually it is. Rose, congratulations. You get the participation trophy for football picks in 2024. You're the first one to show up and put in a pick. So we will update it shortly, and I look forward to finding out what the picks are from. Oh,
Oh, it's almost fixed.
Alma's pick. Okay. Well, fair enough. We're going to do that in a moment. So I believe Rose is going to go for the Chiefs. I'm betting. And I don't think she's going to go for the Green Bay Packers, even though that's her team. But we shall see. Shall see how that works. So, are there any other major stories that you wanted to get to, guys, before anything? Because I am waiting for the big dog to get in. And I suppose that would be my only delay right now.
Belichick for the job is inside the NFL.
Ah, yes, yes.
But other than that, and so Chase signed with the Bengals. I think we discussed that on Saturday. So the Bengals are loaded and ready to go, and he has practiced. So, and since they're going to be playing the Patriots, they should be able to. Well, I can't say take it easy, but it should be a victory for them. But we shall find out.
We shall. As you know, just before we start the season, that there are several rules that will be implemented in the NFL this year. Famously, the new kickoff, for those of us that have been watching the preseason, and I did not see him join in. Hello, big dog. How are you doing?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
On
Porque
Scorekeeper's
tengo
desk right now.
choro.
Oh, there you go. Alma and Rose, I'm sure they'll like that. So we'll see. So we already do have a few picks. So once again, Rose did give us the official first pick in the chat room, which was kind of cool. Even though we've had picks throughout the week, this was the first one that was mentioned on air. So Alma got the first pick, which is the Broncos. Of course, what
So
a shock.
she's Lucky's Nori?
Lukey's.
Lukey's
That's
Nori.
Rose.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's Rose.
like Dookie's. Okay, so that's Rose.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a thing that I made of everybody's nicknames, and that okay. You said this is Rose.
Yeah, but that's her email and stuff. So I don't know if that's her going to be her nickname. But Lukey's would probably work. Actually, that would be her nickname. That
So
could be
Dookie's
other than Broom.
Nori. Okay.
So, as I mentioned, there are several different rules of kickoffs. Now, there's another one that went under the radar, folks. As you know, the tush push lives on. There was no change, and apparently the team was like, we were expecting it to be eliminated. I really don't know how it would be eliminated because players get pushed all the time. So they would have to narrow it on an offensive play. I suppose you cannot push on the backside of the line of scrimmage, but the tush push will remain, and I'm sure that makes several people happy. But there's another rule which is really going to be making it very difficult for the refs, and I don't know if my coworkers heard about that one. But the zebras are going to have a tougher time because it's a particular type of tackle that has been happening the last few years, and the NFL is reporting that there are significant or there's an uptick on injuries because of it. So they're going to be getting rid of it. And it is called the high drop tackle. Now, it's not as obvious as, say, the horse collar tackle where a defender puts his
High drop or hip drop?
the hip drop tackle.
Okay, sorry about that.
As a horse collar tackle where a defender puts his hand inside the ball carrier's jersey on shoulder pads and drags him down from behind. That one's fairly easy to see and call. The hip drop, not so much. It involves a defender grabbing the ball carrier around his waist, then leaving his feet, dropping his weight, and landing on the back of the player's legs with a swivel type motion. The hip drop tackle was responsible for more than a dozen serious injuries last season, according to the league. The competition committee said the risk of injury with the hip drop tackle is 20 to 25% or 20 to 25 times greater than with other tackles. Now, the players' union vehemently opposed it, but it doesn't matter because the adults running the house or the owners are the ones that make their decision. But it was a unanimous decision passed in March, and Peyton spoke for many of the league's coaches during the offseason when he questioned whether the official will be able to consistently spot hip drop tackles. And now, in another article that I mentioned, and I asked my co-host to join me on this, the belief is this is like, come on, the Zebras already have
Excuse me.
the Zebras already have quite a bit to watch, and it's going to be very difficult for them to even catch this. And as always, when the NFL starts a new rule, there's going to be a time for the league to have to adjust, and there's going to be issues. So I don't know what your thoughts on it are, whether you guys are familiar with this tackle or not. But Big Dog, if you wanted to go ahead and comment on it,
It sucks.
in
This
what
is
way,
one
Big Dog?
step.
That
It's
they're
one
giving-
step close. It's one step closer to getting the NFL to flag football.
I
You
was gonna
can't
say
hit them
the same
high.
thing.
You can't hit them high. You can't hit them low. Now you can't hit them in the middle either. Now
almost-
you said there were 12 injuries in the NFL last year or last season, correct? Was it
No.
12? 20?
No, it said no, they said that the drop tackle is 20 to 25 times greater
Okay.
than with other tackles.
Before you read that, you gave an actual number. It
Yeah.
was like in the first couple of sentences.
No, there is no other number in there.
NorCal girl heard it, and so did
I
I. I
heard
could have sworn you said 12. It might have been 20, but I could have sworn you said 12. But let's say it was 20. What did you hear, Liz?
I just heard a number. I can't remember which one
Okay.
it was.
Well, no, I didn't list the number of injuries. I did say
Yeah, you
that
did.
the hip. I didn't.
The season has begun.
So it whatever. But I
Well,
said that the percentage
Okay,
is 20
my
to
my
25.
my point is whether it was 12 or 20 or whatever number that you did say. Let's say it was 20. Let's say it was 50. Okay, that's going double, 2.5 times if I heard, or maybe even more if I heard the 12. If it was 50 injuries out of a possible, what, 2,500, 3,000 tackles that were made in the NFL during the entire season?
Big Dog, I apologize.
Yes.
Because the numbers were listed and I got stupid. I forgot about my English. They actually wrote it. I am so sorry. I will go back to that. The hip drop tackle was responsible for more than a dozen serious injuries last
Okay,
season,
so-
according to the league. So yes, you are
Okay.
so right.
Okay, so it doesn't. So let's even go a little bit more because they said more than a dozen. So let's say 15. 15 injuries out of a possible 3,000 tackles, or probably even more. I mean, how many tackles are there per game times 17 times 30 teams times 17 weeks? Yes, sir.
32 teams.
Oh,
Thank you, Richard. Thank you.
32 teams.
That's why I
That's
gave
why I'm
the
the-
blank look right now. I'm like, oh, damn it. Am I supposed to be doing the math?
Well,
why
I
your
mean,
name is
as I
Kramer.
said, how many? I would say there's probably close to 100 tackles per game on both sides. I mean, when you add them both up, I mean, that's
That's interesting, Big Dog, because if you think of the number of plays run, it's got to be
exactly.
about 100, right?
Okay, so let's say 100 tackles times 32 teams times 17 games. Scorekeeper didn't know he was doing math today.
Yeah,
wanna
well, like
do
I
that.
said, that's why your
Okay,
name
do
is
it again.
Scorekeeper.
Because the
Let's say
second time I'm like, oh my God, now he really wants me to do it. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I mean, it's easy. What's 3,200 times 17? Because it's 32 teams times 100 tackles. That's
Really?
3,200.
32 times 17? That's
3,200 times 17.
54,400.
Okay, so there were 15 injuries out of 54 possible chances, 54,000 possible chances. That's a minuscule percentage for them to try and enforce this rule or try to introduce, which they didn't introduce this rule.
let me clarify. They said serious injuries, more than a dozen. So
Okay.
that was it. Yeah.
It's still not that much.
Yeah, the percentage is really, really low.
The thing is about this rule is they don't expect the refs to catch it. This is going to be a fine after the fact. So if the refs miss it, it's no big deal. The guy in the sky is going to see it, and the player will be fined for for this tackle.
They
If,
did
they,
say
if,
that,
the,
didn't they?
if the refs catch it, fine. But it's gonna it's pretty tough. But you know it when you see it, and it's I don't know. We'll see how this works out. I mean, there's a lot of changes that are going on besides the
Yeah.
kickoff rule and all that crap going on. And now you can't drop. I can see how, if you drop on the person's leg or at just right, you can break the ankle and all that crap. But out of how many tackles, and
Yeah.
I cannot find a stat that tells me the total tackles
Yeah.
in season. It's like,
Um,
I can't find it.
See, and that's another thing I don't agree with. I don't think the player should be fined after the fact because it's not a flagrant penalty.
Yeah.
Now I can see when they go back later on and the eye in the sky or New York looks at it and say, "Hey, that was a horse tackle call, or that's a flagrant foul. We're going to fine him." This is not a flagrant foul. This is just a regular penalty that's probably 15 yards or 20 yards.
Right.
So, I don't think it should be the player's fault if the refs didn't catch it. If a week later they say, "Oh, that was an illegal tackle, so we're going to fine you $5,000."
Right.
When if they would have caught it right then and there, it just would have been a 15 to 20-yard penalty, and the guy keeps his money.
No. He gets fined as
Yeah.
well. He'll get
Yeah,
fined.
the NFL says they want 0.
So yeah.
So now
And-
they did say, adding to Richard, sorry Richard, that they may issue fines and stuff depending on the severity of the situation. But
I
they're
just got a
not
notice on.
looking.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry
you're
to
having
interrupt.
issues.
No, I'm not. Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
The sound.
If you what? Okay, I'll correct that right now. But
It's
Marsha
probably
just
Marsha.
sent a PM saying she's feeling ill and she won't be in on the
Okay,
show today.
understood. Thank you.
I'll be back.
Okay. So what we do on this program is we cover some major topics, and those are the major deals. There are subtle changes that are going to be happening, but the most ridiculous one, quite frankly, is the kickoff. And as my dear sister here said, that they might as well just be playing tackle football. They're moving more and more towards it. It's ridiculous. But be that as it may, we'll see what we'll do. All right, folks, we're going to wait for the big dog to get back right now, but I'm really happy that we're getting ready to this and getting ready to go. So as of right now, folks, the odds for to win Super Bowl is Kansas City 5-1, San Francisco 13-2, Baltimore 12-1, Houston 12-1, Cincinnati 14-1, Philadelphia 14-1, Detroit 15-1, Buffalo 16-1. Dallas 18-1, Green Bay 18-1, the New York Jets 18-1, Atlanta 28-1, Los Angeles 28-1, Miami 33-1, Chicago 40-1, Cleveland 45-1. I'm getting close to the Raiders. Jacksonville
Which Los
45.
Angeles team? Sorry.
Very good question. It just said Los Angeles right here.
Okay.
So, oh, very good question. I don't know which one. It just said Los Angeles. Oh, I was about to get there. It was the very next one. Sorry. LA Chargers. Wow, dude. I guess they're not the Los Angeles team. It said Los Angeles, not LA Rams. So LA Chargers 45-1. Jacksonville was also 45-1. Pittsburgh 50-1. Indianapolis 60-1. Getting close. Tampa Bay 66-1. Las Vegas 80-1, baby. Woohoo! Minnesota 81, Seattle 80-1, Arizona 100-1, Denver, sorry Alma, 100-1, New Orleans 100-1, Giants 125-1, Washington 125, sorry KC, Tennessee 150-1, New England 200-1, And as far as the odds makers are concerned,
The Pack.
Carolina, 250 to 1. So I want
Oh,
to give
that's
a quick
all. I
shout
thought
out.
it'd be more.
Yeah. Now
Oh,
there are
by
other
the way,
odds.
do I sound better?
No.
Same thing. It's the same thing. So it's all right, big dog. We're waiting for you just so we can start doing the stuff, and he just left. So hopefully, there are other statistics, and we'll get to them a little bit. But we're getting ready to start, folks. And I want to give you an idea on this for those of you that remember. But this is how we do it. Yes, Liz.
Oh, I was just going to say before we start, one thing that'll be really, really cool is since his heart attack, Damar Hamlin is actually being in his first game since the heart attack against the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday, I believe.
All right. Wow.
So,
Gridiron Girl, I appreciate the like. Elizabeth Olivia Cooper, thank you for the like as well. Gridiron Girl, come on in and join us. This is our first official game of the season. So really good. Sorry for that distraction, folks.
Hell
Um,
Week has started.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I said Hell Week has started.
Yes, indeed it has. So we're gonna stall for a moment before the big dog gets here. So I wish I had the story right now. Let's see. We got a private chat message. Oh, go for it. Please. Go ahead, Richard. I'll put it in the chat room so everyone can watch that one.
It is just that they will beef up security for NFL game between the Eagles and the Packers. And it seems like I don't know how to pronounce that. That Sao Paulo? Is that how you pronounce that, Raj?
Yeah, Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo. Okay.
Oh, way to go, Richard. I'm impressed.
I thought I screwed it up last year.
has tightened security ahead of the first NFL game in South America after players voiced concerns about traveling to Latin America's largest country. The Brazilian state said Wednesday Brazil will host the game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers, and yes, they will be wearing their green on Friday at Arena Corinthians at Sao Paulo, the first NFL game. I butchered it that time.
No, you actually did well,
Very
dude. You
good.
were watching. I was applauding. That's really good.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything else, but Sao Paulo was correct.
Sao Paulo, and the first NFL game on the continent, and the first Week 1 game held on a Friday evening since 1970. I wonder what that occasion was. I didn't know that. That's new. That's weird. Eagles players have questioned security in the city, the largest in the southern hemisphere. We had a meeting with a whole bunch of don't do's. So I'm just trying to go down there, win a football game, and come back home alive, wide receiver A.J. Brown told reporters last week. Well, he didn't say alive. I added that. I'm sorry, but that's probably what he meant. He said players were advised not to walk on the streets holding cell phones. I don't know. So Week 1, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Darius Slay Jr. said recently on his Big Play Slay podcast, but man, I do not want to go to Brazil. You want to know why? I'm here to tell you why. They already told us not to leave the hotel. They told us we can't do too much going on because the crime rate is crazy. I'm like, NFL, why y'all want to send us somewhere where the crime rate is this high and we out the country? Oh my. You know, the first thing people are thinking is like some terror could possibly happen. I told my family, do not come down there because I'm not going to be nowhere to be found. I'm going to be in the hotel chilling, minding my business, playing my game after a long 9.5-hour flight. On Tuesday night, Slay apologized to anyone I offended in an X post. Yeah, I want to apologize to anyone I offended. Okay, they just said that. that wasn't my intention. I'm looking forward to playing in your beautiful country, and I've heard y'all are very passionate, just like our amazing Eagles fans. Just a few more days. Can't wait. I also had to make this statement after Roger Goodell read my butt. So, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
The,
That's funny though that he said that.
the Sao Paulo state government said it would delegate specialized civil and military police battalions to reinforce security during the game and place police officers on streets and trains and at subway stations, hotels, and tourist attractions to guarantee the safety of the players. The military police will reinforce the number of personnel upon arrival of the delegation at the okay Gruathos Airport. How do you pronounce that, Roger? Graurothos?
Um,
Graurohos, right?
I apologize. Yeah.
Grolahos.
Oh, Garulos.
Oh, Garolis. I'm sorry. Okay, like granola bar. Graholis Airport.
That's close. Yes, that's good, buddy.
And escort the team to their hotels, training sites, and the stadium. It said in a statement authorities will also carry out a sweep at the stadium before the games. Brazil in 2023 ranked as the 17th
Wow.
most dangerous country in the world by murder rate, according to Statista data or data. Below Latin American peers such as Ecuador and Mexico, where the NFL has held games since 2005 with security concerns also voiced. Sao Paulo state says the local homicide rate is 4 times lower than the national average and compares to that of California, which while standing below Washington, D.C., for example. Both Eagles and Packers are departing for Brazil Wednesday. So they are, well, of course. So I guess this is an oral article, but I thought I would go through that real quick. Any comments from anybody?
Big Dog or Liz, did you want to go ahead?
No.
They're gonna party anyways.
They're
I
gonna
mean,
do
Oh,
what
yeah.
they're gonna do, but they have hired security. Look, they're a high priority target. The NFL has private security, and the state of, as Richard said, they got the national police, they have the local police. This is almost a presidential summit. So I think they're going to be okay. Now, if the
yeah,
players
and
go out of, sorry, go ahead.
there's money there too. I mean, there's tons of millionaires that are, whether they procured their monies legally or illegally, it remains to be seen. But it's going to be a feather in the cap of whoever's throwing that party to have all these NFL players there. So there's going to be a party or two that we're going to read about after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, the only way that if these guys do not leave the groups, do not leave the security areas, and they're going to be able to go to a lot of places, but they're going to have private and official security with them. There really wouldn't be an issue. The only way they're going to get them is if you have a clear and present danger type hit on Santa Fe Avenue. Okay, and you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the only way they're going to get them is if they do a hit like that, and it's just not going to happen. I hope the players are okay. I hope they have a good time. It's really kind of neat to be able to do that, get paid, and go to other countries. They're going to be okay. So, but I hope nothing does happen to them. But I appreciate that, Richard. And look, we are 30 minutes in. We want to remind everyone that when we do this every Saturday, we will be starting at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 Eastern to go over all the picks. But for right now, since the big dog is here and I didn't take his phrase, and there it is. It's another one. We shall see. So, big dog, you generally got us going on Saturdays when we're going to start football. I don't know if you remember your call to arms,
Of
but if you're
course.
going to do it, this is your moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 6:31 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. Let's get to the first two games. Big dog.
All right, folks. So it's NFL Week 1. Are you ready for some football?
That woke everyone up in the house. Yes, I am, big dog. Yes, I am. So, I want to share with everyone that we are going to be keeping track of everyone, as you know. I copied over the information just as the game began, so all the information should be up to date. There should be no changes. We have almost everyone's pick already for the entire week. We do not have everyone, but we're already on our way. And one of the best picks already I see are
Mm-hmm.
Speedy. I am so happy. I really am happy. And if you are watching, Speedy, I know you're tired throughout the day, buddy, because of all your physical therapy, but I'm so happy that you were able to get your picks in already because we were going to hunt you down. And
Well,
I did
well,
tell people,
yeah, he gave his Thursday and Friday pick
yeah,
only. He still needs the rest of them. Although I did put him in for the Raiders game only because he never goes against the Raiders.
yeah, that is the only one that does that. Yes. So it's all good. So what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to get to the games and let's get, oh, sorry. Oops. I should not have that one open. You can tell I copied it. But all right, we're going to get to the first game. Thursday, opening day, Baltimore Ravens, 0-0, starting at or visiting Kansas City, 0-0. It's on Thursday, tomorrow at 5:20 p.m. Pacific time. It's going to be on NBC, and we'll have some information on when you can see it, how you can see it, but we'll get to that in a moment. It's going to be at Gia Field at Arrowhead Stadium, and that's it. That's all we really have. Kansas City Chiefs were edged by the Baltimore Ravens during the regular season, 36-35, September 19th, 2021. That was probably the second or third week of the season that year. And that's pretty much what we have for now. Oh, sorry, not now. There it is, first game. The big dog did give us an update. Three. It's the Chiefs are favored by 3, correct?
Yes, and the weather will be 77 and overcast, and no dome, no dome,
No.
Jay
no dome.
did get that one in, which was absolutely awesome. And here we go. So the picks are for the Ravens, Philly Special, Color Maven, Gridiron Girl, and Speedy. For the Chiefs, Anime Girl, NorCal Girl, Big Dog, Coffee, Sports Sister, and Engineer. And I believe, Rose, we need your official picks now. So, Alma, we need you to type them in the chat room. So, for the Ravens and Chiefs, I'm going to go around the horn. Um, Richard, who are you gonna go for on this one?
I am taking the Chiefs.
All right, Almighty, there it is. Big Dog. Okay, here we go. We already have one, and there it is. So Lukey's is going to be taking Lecky's. I already messed it up. It's a Noriega thing. Lukey's is taking the Chiefs. There it is. Thank you. Big Dog, you have the Chiefs. Are you going to stay with them?
Yes, that is should be a fun game, but got to go with the champs.
I am saddened that I'm actually going to be at a baseball game tomorrow. I don't know what I was thinking, but they're
You
giving
what?
out jerseys at San Bernardino, so I'm going to be there again. Yeah, they just look. They gave out this one when I went that other day on the Saturday when they gave me the text. These are really cool, man. They're really neat. So there we go. Alma, we need a name for you, Alma, but you are going to go with the Ravens. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to go with the Chiefs. NorCal Girl,
Well,
are
I'm going
you
with the
going to
Chiefs.
remain with the Chiefs? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going with the
All
champs.
right. So, all right, we've got these already as of right now. That's it. Remember, if anyone is missing, we need your picks by
Where's
game time
Tony?
tomorrow.
Where's Tony?
I'm,
God damn it!
oh, I thought it was right here, Ravens.
I know, but he'll want him on the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I don't know where he is. I want to give a shout out. Oh, Elway 7A. That was his number, right? Elway. She's a big fan of Elway. We'll see. I want to give a shout out to Richard Sullivan. Thank you for giving us a like on the program. Appreciate that. So we're going to go to the next game, and that is the Green Bay Packers visiting the Philadelphia Eagles at 5:15 p.m. on Peacock. And this is only one of two games this year that are on one network and one network only. I believe there's going to be an ESPN game and or a Netflix game, but we'll talk about that later. But I understand there are two games that are like locked in. You're not going to be able to see them anywhere other than this network, and this is game one. It is exclusively on Peacock. So, 0-0. They are at Arena Corinthians. And the last time these two teams faced was on November 27th, 2022. The Philadelphia Eagles 40 and the Green Bay Packers 33. Big Dog, you have the line as Eagles at favored by 3. Is that correct?
Let me make sure it's still 3. And Philadelphia is now only favored by 2.5.
Okay, let me make that change. Okay, so Alma has gone into the Pig Latin, Elway 7A, and No A. So thank you for that. I like that. Okay.
She's talking like a chola, you know.
Oh,
His number was 7, eh?
Yeah, actually, yes. What's going to be the weather and no dome, right?
Eagles Packers. It will be no game info.
Okay.
They just gave the over and under. No game info. That sucks.
Regardless of where they're playing, there will be no dome.
That
No
is
dome.
correct.
It's no dome.
Okay. So, going with this game, NorCal Grow, we have you going for the Eagles. Is there a change?
No.
Almighty, what are you going to go for?
I'm gonna
Packers or
take.
Eagles?
I'm gonna take the Packers.
Oh. We did have it a bit earlier. Rose, I want to confirm. Yeah, we figured it was a typo, but thank you. Yes. But it's
Yeah,
all
I
good.
couldn't believe Tony's choice on this one though.
Okay.
And that is the only reason why I switched, because I had the Eagles and Tony gave his pick, and since this is his team, that means he knows something. And he was pretty spot on when it came to Eagles predictions. So I changed to the Packers.
Okay, Lukey's will take the Packers. Almighty is taking the Packers. Big Dog, you have the Packers, as you just said a moment ago, so you're going to stick with them, right?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I would love to have had Philly on here right now, so I could hear his reasoning for not taking the Eagles in Week 1.
Well, I'm already going against him on this one. He's going with the Ravens, and yeah, we'll see. But on this one, I do like. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go with the Eagles.
And of course, will the weather or altitude affect either of the teams in Brazil?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And of course, which are the more partying team that could possibly have a hangover going into the
that
game?
would be the Packers then, because they're a bunch of rookies. Okay, Alma is going to take the Eagles. Thank you, Alma. And I'm gonna, knowing that I forgot about you got the veterans on the Eagles. They're gonna get, yeah, scorekeeper. I don't know. I like the Eagles, but I'm gonna go with this one right now. So this is the way my older sister cannot hold it against me. Alma, I love you and all, but you know how Rose is. I'm just gonna keep it cool with her taking the Packers on this one. So, all right. So we already have the first two games in, and taking a look, folks, we already have the next games. We're going to be doing these on Saturday, but as you know, for the first 2 to 3 weeks, we really don't have a lot of statistical information from the NFL website as we do it. So we're just going by prior history and the game before. In this case, there won't be a game before. Hit and miss. So we're really looking forward to it. Almost everyone has already given their picks. We already have our first worrier. Speedy did not. Oh, Speedy has not chosen, as the big dog made clear to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Titans are the only ones. And then moving on down. Oh my God, the Broncos. This is going to be a Speedy type pick. Alma will go for her Broncos no matter what. She's going to go 0-17. So sorry, Alma. That's okay. Because she's going for the Broncos team this year. That's okay. And the only other game. Wow. Everyone's going for the 49ers. Only Sports Sisters going for the Jets. Is that the only one? Oh, also, woman. She's going to stick with her team, Carolina Panthers. Everyone else is going with the Saints as of right now. And, the Cardinals. Color Maven is the only one also. So,
Now,
all
for
right. We already got some
for
stuff.
the Carolina Panthers, do any of you three think that there is a extreme possibility that they can go 0-17?
No.
There's always a possibility in the NFL, but realistically, I think they're going to win 2 games.
So same as this past season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they won that many?
I was going to say it's a brand new season. There's always hope, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
They are in a major rebuilding mode since 2000. And
Yeah, that's 24 freaking seasons, okay?
but well, especially with the new owner,
That may be the phrase for the night, folks.
I don't know. And something. That would be something. That's almost. They're going to catch somebody somewhere. And
Yeah, they
so I mean, it took Detroit. It's taken Tampa Bay, Detroit, and Cleveland an awful lot of work to go 0-4. I mean, it took them a lot of work. I mean, the last game of the season, the Steelers tried to give the Browns a victory, but they wouldn't take it. They said, no.
I think I remember that.
I watched that game, and there were times where the Steelers would do something. Oh, yeah, but then the Browns would say, fuck, screw this. We don't want to win, bitches. So I guess whatever.
I remember something about that, yes.
So, I mean, I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, 0-16 was probably in their purview more of last year than this year, I would say. But
Yeah, you would hope they improved at least, somewhat to get more than the 2 wins that they did last year.
Wow, they got lit up the year before.
Well, as long as they don't trade that first-round pick away.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Big Dog, they just may. So, wow.
That's so sad. Please don't remind us of this.
Hey, sorry. 28-6.
I mean, thank God. I think I went for the Saints that day, but even still, that's just pathetic.
Okay.
So the Panthers were 2-15 last year.
Wow.
Well, then they could be the first team to go 0-17.
Wow, that would be embarrassing. That'd be so embarrassing.
Well, when you look at the Carolina team, there is something else that is not the first time it was mentioned, but the article is in Athlon Sports. It's on page 17 of the book. As you know, there's a phrase that Scorekeeper is just tired of. It's a waste of time. But
athleticism?
No, but it was used again. And hey, folks, as you know, I'm putting it out right now, guys. You know this. Listen to the sports casters. Listen to them when they use the word athleticism when they're describing a player. You guys all know it. They never use it on a Latin player. They never use it with an Asian player. They rarely use it with an Anglo. Oh, and they never use it with the South Pacific Islander either. It is, think about it. Think about it, folks. This word, the way it is used, it is pejorative in nature, and I'm challenging the rest of the league. If you're going to use the word athleticism, as you understand the word athleticism, everyone should be using that sentence, but you guys don't. I'm challenging all broadcasters around the world to pay attention. The only time you use athleticism is when you are talking about our black brothers.
Yeah.
I put everyone on notice last year, and how many times did you hear it, guys? It was sad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I don't care. I've been listening to it for years. It clicked because I listened to what they say. And I never heard them use the phrase athleticism with anyone else. So he's all right. I get to throw stones as a minority. So, but beyond that, I want to thank everyone because we got the picks in officially already going. You have until kickoff. But don't look, the big dog. Okay, first of all, I want to give a shout out to everyone because everyone's watching the picks. Everyone is helping out. But the reality is the big dog is doing the heavy lifting on this. He took over. I believe this is his third year now. He knows it's a biatch. Okay, fourth year. He took over. It's a biatch, man. Don't make his life difficult. When he asks, at least answer the request. Say, I'm still thinking about the pick or whatever, but it is a hassle him going after everyone. And it is a thankless job. I did it for 12 years. It sucked, but I didn't do it alone. I had everyone else helping out as well. But the reality is, it is a thankless job. And I want to give a shout out to the big dog on it when he took over. Um, and it's been really good. So, and he does a yeoman's work on it. It's impressive, and let's help him out on this one. So, shout out to everyone on that.
Um, everyone was pretty good last season. I mean, everybody had, there were a couple of people that lagged a little, but they got the picks in. It was one particular person that I, week in and week out, I was after his ass every single week.
I'm sorry that I made your life miserable, big dog.
Ha ha ha. And going back to the undefeated teams, there has been winless teams. There has been 5 winless teams since 1960. The Cowboys went 0-11-1. The 76 Buccaneers went 0-14. The 82 Colts went 0-8-1. The Lions went 0-16 in 2008. And a certain team I have a nickname for went 0-16 in 2017.
Gee, big dog, who was that team? Please don't
I
keep
saw
it.
that
No.
smile, Richard.
Please, big dog, don't keep it from us.
Oh, and Nate, that was the strike year. So
When they went 0-16?
no, for the Colts in '82.
The Colts 0-8-1.
Yeah.
That was the strike season, and so that can mostly be blamed on the scabs. But yeah, the Browns did it in 17, and that was a very, very disheartening year
I'll
for
bet.
everyone involved. And I had to listen to the players week in and week out trying to answer the same stupid effing question. And
Why
they
did you
did
lose?
it. And they did it with poise every week. But I'm sure they were glad when the year was over. And so we've been building on that. Well, all you can do is go up from there, right?
Yep.
I
now you
want to
guys
give a
have a
shout
decent
out
team.
to, sorry, big dog, another
No.
Frank Madrid, who is watching us from Sinaloa, Mexico. Welcome, Frank.
Wow.
If you are a football fan, which I believe you are, we'd love to have your picks coming in from the south of the border stuff. So thank you, Frank. If he does join, he will probably be Harley because he is a Harley rider. I asked him one time, do you ride with David? He was a supervisor with the county, and he says, no, I only ride with Harley riders.
Good man. A hog. A hog.
Big dog, please.
Before we go any further, please finalize the picks that were put in and update.
I will be doing that shortly. Yes.
Don't forget, you forgot a couple of times
I'm sure I will.
last season.
So.
That's why I reminded you right now.
So, the article is Can Patrick Mahomes become the greatest quarterback of all time? Written by Doug Farrar. And let me just go ahead and put my thoughts on this. Folks, He hasn't entered his football prime. This could be his football prime season. This has always been a waste of time argument. Oh, future Hall of Famer. Oh, future GOAT. Folks, in baseball, when you put stuff on a player and they hear it, you're effing with their psyche. You're effing with their ability to play the game. You put way too much pressure when it's not. You're supposed to be enjoying the players for what they're doing. And when you start putting these titles, these things on them, you're actually limiting them. Some players rise to the occasion and they can grasp it, they can get a hold of it, and they will do well. But as I've always contended, obviously it must have been deadline and you had nothing else to write on. You're talking about a waste of time dream. Is he the GOAT in waiting? How many times, and I'm going to end my argument in a moment, how many times have we seen players that were the best at whatever they were doing, and then all of a sudden they either got hurt, their career ended, they retired? Some running back from Detroit, retired in his prime. That
Barry Bonds.
guy. I'm sorry?
Barry Bonds.
Or someone else in baseball, something like that, But you guys know who I'm talking about, that running back from Detroit who just...
Ricky Williams.
No.
Not Ricky Williams?
No.
He's the one who retired because he wanted to smoke pot more than he wanted to play.
No, this guy was with the Detroit team, and he left at 31 or 30. I forget what his name is. But he was perceived as one of the greatest running backs of all time, but his career ended early, so we'll never know. And I will ask my co-hosts to see if they can find him. He played in the 90s, and he retired early.
You mean Barry Sanders?
No, not Barry Sanders. I don't think
he played for Detroit.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes. Yeah, actually, I think it was Barry Sanders. Yeah.
He played for... I thought you were being sarcastic, but yeah, Barry Sanders.
Okay. Look at how good he was, and people were talking about him being the next greatest thing, and he left the game early as a young man.
He did. He walked away.
Yep, he walked away, left a lot of money on the table, but he walked away with a lot of money. So my point is this, folks. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Thank you, Lukey's. I appreciate that. You knew who I was talking about. It's a waste of time. I mean, if you guys want to go ahead and talk about it, go ahead and knock yourselves out. But knowing what can happen, who cares? When you write about, this is the future Hall of Famer or this is the future GOAT, dude, he's on the verge. And what happens? Oh, wow, you called it. BFD. You're just as good as we are with the 60 winning percentage of picking games. Stupid waste of time. Grow up. Be an adult.
Well, it's just time to waste. And
yeah,
I know what you mean. But it's just a, and people are going to read it. And they're going to agree with it or not, or whatever his opinion was. If he gave an opinion, if Mahomes is the next GOAT or whatever you want to call him, and so which is funny, not funny, but I was watching an old on YouTube. I was watching an old NFL highlights show from 1978, and they used the word GOAT for a player, but not as the greatest of all time, but as the GOAT is supposed to be used. So
yeah,
because he was the GOAT of the game, but it's weird how that word has flipped. I guess you can still use both definitions, but you've got to be able to tell them apart. But anyway, I don't know. He's already accomplished some amazing things, but only right now that the bar is set high with Brady that he has a long road to toe. And if he does win 3 in a row, well, then that may cement him as some kind of phenomenon, a third Super Bowl. I mean, especially when it's 3 Super Bowls in a row, and then after already winning that would give him his 5th Super Bowl, right? Or whatever. If he won this year, 5th Super Bowl,
I think that would be
or 4th.
I think it's 4th. I'll make sure.
Yeah, I think it's 4th. They lost to Tampa, but so you're right about. So that's still 3. But anyway, we'll see. As long Well, I agree with Roger. Them saying is so and so the next whatever, and it's like okay, that's fine. Write your piece, get your paycheck, go party, and pass out for next week to your next article's due when you write who's the best cheerleading squad in football. So I mean, let's move on from that. You have any? What do you think about that, NorCal Girl? About people trying to predict the next great player?
I think sometimes they've come close to hitting it, but other times they're so far off. And people they predicted would not be in my mind necessarily who would be a goat. So I don't know. It's a hit and miss thing.
Folks.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know Big Dog, because Big Dog and I have had this conversation, and Big Dog is a little bit. I appreciate having the Big Dog conversations with the Big Dog and all of you, but I find it trying being out there in the blogosphere when people are just ignorant. And it's just annoying. But Big Dog likes to have the conversations. But Big Dog doesn't waste his time. He's oh, he sucks. We get a lot more out of the Big Dog. All right.
You get more rationale.
Yes,
behind
there's a
yourself.
rationale, and I will have that conversation with the Big Dog because I've known him for so damn long. Like I will have it for you, NorCal Girl, Richard, and my sisters.
The thing that I've come to notice or come to realize over the last few years is when the GOAT conversation comes up, you can't really compare the players.
Yeah.
You can maybe compare Brady to Mahomes because the rules are still about the same, but you can't. I mean, everybody knows Montana was my GOAT for the longest time till finally I had to give it to Brady because of what he had accomplished.
Mhm.
But you can't compare the players because they played in totally different eras. I stand by my statement saying that if you put Brady in Montana's era, he wouldn't last a season because of all the way the defense was played back then and the hits that those guys would take.
Yep.
You got the crap beat out of him every week.
Yeah, now you can't even look at a quarterback and they call it, if you look at them the wrong way, they throw the flag. And a lot of that is because of Brady, but I don't think you can compare generations of the way the game was played. Especially for me for basketball. You got these Gen Zers talking about LeBron is the greatest of all time.
They
I
don't know
totally
anyone
disagree.
else.
Exactly, but at the same time, like with Cuervo, Jordan and Kareem, you could kind of compare them together because they played in essentially the same type of rules. Of course, I'm a Kareem guy, so I always feel that Kareem was the greatest of all time. Jordan elevated the game to a new level, but as far as on the court prowess, to me, it was Kareem. Kareem, when he retired, had almost every statistical category. He was number one in almost every offensive category.
Remember that, folks. Remember that. When he left as basically the greatest when he
Yeah.
Jordan did not. But as Big Dog just, it's funny you would say elevated. That was funny. Jordan elevating the game. That was pretty good. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that was still very good. Abdul Jabbar altered the game as well. There are very few people. LeBron, what did he do? Not a
He
damn thing to alter the game.
Oh, no. Yes, he did alter the game. He taught an entire generation of youngsters how to flop.
Oh, okay.
That was
Because
good.
if you look at, I mean, it's embarrassing. As a Laker fan, I'm embarrassed by 90% of the shit that he pulls. Because I mean, they've shown it in slow motion so many times that the guy misses him by this much, and he falls to the floor like he was shot with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And then cries like a petulant little 4-year-old when he doesn't get the call.
Forgive me a moment. I want to give a shout out. Hi, Hope. Appreciate the
Hi, Hope.
like.
Hey,
I don't
Hope.
know if Hope is a football fan. Maybe she'll get in on the picking as well.
Her hubby is. Sorry, Hope. I had to add him.
Hey, maybe he would like to play, but I understand from what he does, it would be very difficult. So who knows? But maybe. Uh, I am not, but I'm researching as you go along. Oh
Oh,
wow! So here we go. Montana, Favre, Elway, Unitas. Those are great quarterbacks. Okay, yes. Now, Big Dog, we'll comment on that in a moment. Big Dog, did you finish your argument? I may have interrupted it.
Yeah, I did. I just don't like Elway being in that group, much as I hate to admit it.
Oh,
But he was one hell of a
now,
quarterback. I can't stand Elway,
look,
but
the only
that's the Raider in me.
when NDB or Sports Talk with the Guys declared, what's his face as the GOAT, it was just our
Brady.
way of like, okay, it's done. Shut up, move on. Okay,
I cannot go with Elway.
Thank you.
okay, I guess we're getting to that already. So, all right.
No, I'm sorry. I just couldn't hold back on
No,
that
not at all.
one. I couldn't because he lost a few Super Bowls before I finally found
Hope may be a basketball fan, dude.
Elway.
This is cool, Hope. Appreciate that.
I'm glad
Bill
Elway got
Russell,
this.
the 70s, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the 80s, Magic Johnson, the 90s, Michael Jordan of the 2000s, Kobe Bryant, 2010, LeBron. Thank
yeah.
Yeah.
you. Just researching. Thank you.
I was
LeBron
gonna say,
James,
I lost my
2020, and
friendship.
Giannis.
The only thing I might change with Hope, I agree with everything she said, except for she put the 50s and 60s together. If
Yeah.
anything, I'd say the 50s you'd have to give it to George Mikan because he was the original big man. He's the one that really gave the NBA its start. And then of course the Celtics took over in the mid 60s with their dominance over the Lakers,
I,
unfortunately.
you know, going back to the whole thing on basketball, Jordan was asked numerous times and he's ignored everyone. And within the last year, he was asked,
Hmm.
so who was the greater player? You know, you or Kobe? It was a stupid question, really. But he said, you can't compare. We never played against each other. There's no point to the GOAT thing. He said, you'll never when you compare someone his whole thing was, and that was a little bit of humility by saying, and, stupid Roger had been there. He was a numbers speak for themselves. I would have been dumb. I would have been, I would have said something like that. I was humbled to play, and I thank you for being part of the conversation, but I think the numbers speak for themselves. Hope says they
Yeah,
didn't even
but
put him in the top 4 of the 50s or 60s. They listed the following players: Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, and Jerry West. So I'll have to look that person up you named, Big Dog.
oh yeah, George Mikan, Minneapolis Lakers. He was part of the original dynasty where they won 4 out of 5 titles. Um, excuse me, they won 4 out of 5 years, and that was right when the NBA started its league. So they had won one beforehand, and then they went on and won. I believe it was 3 in a row. Um, at the start of the NBA in 57, I believe.
Okay, my older sister answered to your retort on
Yes,
Elway.
that is true.
Yes, it is. I've told the story a few times when the Raiders were playing the Broncos, and I forget who was doing the voiceover, but Elway was pretty much having his way with the Raiders that day. And no insult intended on anyone, but it was football talk, and the Raider defense was chasing them all day, and they couldn't get them. And then there was this one moment, the guy did the voiceover. He says, "Oh man, did you guys just see that? Did you just see that?" They went to the replay. Elway crossed the line. He went forward, and he finally got nailed by a Raider defenseman. And the guy, he went down. Elway jumps up, pats him on the back or on the shoulder. He says, "Can you believe that shite?" He says, "Finally, they level him, and he gets up. Good hit, dude." You know how demoralizing that is? I loved that scene because it was really cool. He hit him hard, knocked him on his hiney, and he gets up. Good hit, buddy.
Yeah, but
That's
the thing is,
demoralizing for a defense.
it, yes and no, because it depends. If the guy knows how hard he hit him, he knows that Elway just popped up to try and show that he wasn't hurt. I mean, how many times did we hear Eric Dickerson say he got his head
Bell
knocked
rung.
off and he was seeing stars, but he always got up and went back to the huddle and didn't let the other team see it.
Yeah.
So, but yes, there were so many times that Howie Long was fingertips away from getting Elway so many times, and Elway would always throw the ball just before.
But it was Howie Long that made his life
Okay,
miserable.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I misread that. Okay, they are great quarterbacks.
Right. And this was a different thing. She's
yeah.
not talking about GOAT.
Yeah,
She's just
yeah.
their
Okay,
great quarterback.
I misread that. Yeah, they are great quarterbacks, and I would also throw in Peyton Manning. So yeah, and
I throw in Peyton.
and,
I have a
and
question
Brees.
for the group. Favre. Now this is just football play. None of the outside extracurricular activities.
Oh, because we found out based on his pictures, we know why he kept on playing into his 40s.
Favre or Rodgers, who's the better quarterback?
I'm going to go with Favre.
I was thinking the same thing.
Just because this is a pathetic waste of time, I'm going to play along, big dog.
Okay.
I know not your love, you respect Favre. I get that, and I don't in no way whatsoever. But it doesn't matter whether I respect him or not. The numbers speak for themselves. But Aaron Rodgers is not in the conversation for the greatest of all time, and I love it how his defenders were. Oh, he's the best 2-minute man in football. Oh yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's like being you're the best middle reliever in all of baseball. I'm like, all right, dude, you got it. What Rodgers did, unbelievable. Now, I can compare. I only know one of the quarterbacks you're asking about. LOL. Well, I think one of them is next door to you, right, Hope? So I think he's in Alabama or Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
And Ayesha just said that Rogers is a jerk too.
Have I said that? Yes.
But I would put Favre over. I mean, it's not a wasted conversation because Favre had more game than Rodgers, and he did the things that and like Mahomes has said that him throwing the ball around like he does, he got from Favre. So
Yeah.
I mean, if I wanted a comeback victory or something, I would want to put Favre in there, not Rodgers. and I've seen Favre play and I've seen Rodgers play, and I was more impressed by Favre playing for Green Bay. And he would get the shit knocked out of him too during the game and get his ass back up and play some football.
Yep.
He was not going to lay down there and go, "Oh, I'm a whiny baby," like Aaron Rodgers. But so I'm just going to say, I mean, I know you may not like comparing people, Roger, but I'm going to say, I would say Favre had better game, and I would pick Favre over Rodgers.
Actually, I have no problem comparing people. That's cool. It's just my issue is when obviously these people are on deadline and they have nothing else to talk about. Greatest of all time. Shut up. Put it on the field.
Well, true.
It speaks volumes on the field what you do. But I do remember that when Favre was playing in his 40s and he was doing things that some kids in their 20s and 30s couldn't do. That was exciting, man. I remember doing this program in 2008, 2009, and Brett Favre was into his 40s. And I remember this young kid. I'm sorry that he's still not. I mean, he wasn't part of the network, but he was doing a sports program and he did his own channel. And he says, "Dude, he's just so old." I said, "Young man, you're all of 16 right now."
Yeah.
I am 40, and Favre is my age. And the thrill of seeing a 40-year-old stick it to these young kids, you'll never understand till you'll get to be that age. And Favre had that. He was doing well, but Favre. Rodgers is an idiot. Yes, thank you, NorCal girl.
Who?
I didn't
What?
say you were an idiot. I said
No, I didn't take it
you just said
mean.
Rogers was
I
an
understood
idiot.
that.
Okay.
Hi,
So
Aisha.
why did you say? Why did you say NorCal girl?
Because she put
Because-
it in the private chat.
Yeah,
Oh.
I put it in the private chat.
I'm reading
Because
Alicia Kurz, and you're going, "What are you talking about?"
That's
Man,
because
both
she
of
was
these guys did
messaging
that.
me first.
Oh,
And
okay.
then-
Aisha, come on the show.
Yeah, even though it's like 2 or 3 in the morning over there. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
you
she's
should join
listening.
us.
If she's listening, she should come on.
Gridiron Girl, you should join. Everyone, just come on and join us. My sisters aren't able to yet. I'm gonna have to show them how to do it, but I think they would. I'm thinking of doing this remote on a Saturday.
That'd
I
be so
We were
might.
fun.
talking about that.
Yeah, I have mentioned it. I don't want to scare my sisters though, but I'm thinking of doing
Yes, he was.
remote. Yeah. Yes. Yes, he was. But look, Favre had his own baggage too. But when all said and done, Favre was a good quarterback in the right situations, and he was exciting to watch. He was. I would take Favre over Aaron Rodgers. But when you look at them statistically, it's a good argument. It really is. Like I said, I'm no fan of Rodgers, but the numbers speak for themselves, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not dressed to join, and let's just leave it at that, shall we?
Well, I mean, you can still come on and not have the camera on, like when
Yeah.
I go driving.
And he
Yeah,
means
the
driving.
You are correct. Rogers was Favre's backup.
Oh yeah, yeah. So and why did
And Kevin Love was Rogers' backup, right? If I'm not mistaken. Or no, or did he leave right when Roger? No, the quarterback now, Love, wasn't he Rogers' backup
Yeah.
for that one year?
Buddy Love. First one to tell me the Buddy Love reference. Can anyone tell me the Buddy Love reference?
no?
That rings a bell, and I'm going to be so mad when you tell me what it is because I know it.
You're gonna be very mad at the Nutty Professor. His alter ego was
that's
Buddy
right.
Love.
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
my goodness, I actually saw that. By the way, Liz,
Which one did you see?
That's true. What? It's the Jay Lewis one, not the
The
other
Jerry
one.
Lewis or the Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. What Eddie Murphy? Or did
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy use Buddy Love too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is how hot it is. My insulated cup, ice is gone. That's how hot it is out here right now, folks. So I have some more ice. I'm gonna get on over to it right now. Lukey's did say yes, and didn't see this one. That's funny. She can't be wearing anything worse than what I was when you called me today, Liz. Oh, good for you.
You were fine. I want the shirt.
What did the shirt say?
Oh, it was kind of a Halloweeny type shirt.
Halloweeny.
Yes. Halloweeny.
Thank goodness the water's still cold, but it is warm. I look like a mismatched Hobbit. A Jack Skellington shirt. That's well, folks, this is good. I really do need. Okay, Rogers believes his own propaganda. You mean conspiracy theories? He has nothing but legend in his own mind. Yes.
What mind? He has no mind because
That's right. Yeah, when you wear a tinfoil hat. Yep.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. It's all right. Look, guys, I've told you, I have no respect for that guy because when you hear him make his arguments, John Rocker with his 10-cent head, $1 million arm was smarter than Rodgers. But when you hear Rodgers talking about football, it's hard not to listen. The guy knows what he's talking about.
It would be interesting to hear from his former exes, especially what's her name? The one we all like, Raj.
Danica, right. I was going to say Danica is...
No, not Danica, the other one.
She's the same as him. She's a legend in her own mind. But your girl, the one that was...
God damn, I can't think of her name.
Yeah, that's what happens when we get old.
Yeah.
Okay, look up Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend. I can't believe we're doing this. Or I'm doing
you're
it.
doing it. I'm not.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that. Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn.
Oh
yes.
my
Olivia
God,
Munn.
that's right.
It would be interesting to hear from her if Rodgers was like this before Shailene, because all this stuff started coming out when he was dating Shailene. So I'm wondering if she turned him on to all that.
folks, we joked about it. The best football that Aaron Rodgers had was when he was dating Olivia Munn. Good night, Hope.
Yep.
Thanks, kiddo. Appreciate you stopping in with us. He did some of his greatest work with Olivia Munn,
Yep.
and then he got to be very hostile. I think that's when the family broke up with Danica Patrick. There was a lot of stuff that happened, and
Yeah.
then when he started acting like the drama individual that he is, that was with Shailene. He copped the Hollywood attitude
Yep.
with Shailene Woodley. So hey, you know what? Hey, whatever. But he was at his best with Olivia Munn. You know what? He would have been the greatest of all time had he stayed with her. I'll go that far. But it's all good. I do need to get a little bit of water, so I'm going to step away for a moment. I have the water right here, and I have more ice. So forgive me because it is very warm in here right now. It's 93
What's
degrees
it?
here. That means it's
93?
103. I'm sorry.
So what's the weather outside?
Frightful.
Oh, that sounds about right because it's 93 for me outside.
Yeah, outside is 93. In here, it's 103. That's why it's really getting to me. Oh,
What
we
did
have
you
a
hit
few
today,
more
Liz?
likes. Tony! Damn it! Get in here! Sorry, I yelled at all of you. Sorry. Man, I know my sisters even jumped on that one. Tony Kanopka just gave us a like.
Oh.
Dude, get in here. So, Big Dog, you have the con. NorCal Girl, you're the OOD. I'll be right back. So when I say that, what I mean is Big Dog's guiding the conversation moving forward.
Yeah.
NorCal Girl is watching the comments and those things, those ancillary items. Make sure
Oh,
the ship
okay.
is going
Oh.
straight.
That's why Tony's not in. That's right. Says he's doing the football fantasy draft. He did tell us about that.
Yeah.
He's almost done, but he has another 2 hours.
That's
He
not
said he'll be
almost
done in
done.
about 2 more hours.
Yeah. We'll be done before then.
Yeah, we're already close.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Hold on. It says I'm doing fantasy football, almost done.
Oh, Big
but I
Dog,
have
sorry.
another-
Silence! Oh my God. Sorry, Big Dog. All right, do your intro.
There he is, the man, the myth in his own mind. The 2023. Sorry, the 2023 NFL prognosticating champion of Sports Talk with the Guys. We have the Philly Special.
Let's go. Thank you very much. Besides the one comment.
Haha.
No, I
Here's
have
a whole new year.
another draft.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I just finished one. I got one at midnight. So. Easter.
Wow. So, scorekeeper, we'll get your water.
Yeah. Go get your water.
No, I was just here because I want to see for how long he would ignore me because we're at war right now. So that's okay. But thank you for joining us, Philly.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
You should be calling him.
What does that P stand for?
Philly.
Yeah, pendejo. Actually, I think that's the rudest I've ever been to you, Philly.
It's
Philly,
no,
it just shows you I have
no.
nothing.
The capital P stands for prognosticator
Mm-hmm.
because he's
Oh,
a
that's
prognosticator.
That was good.
Oh man. So everybody got their picks in?
Yeah.
For the most part, we just did the Thursday, Friday picks, and we already had yours. But now that you're here, I switched my pick because of you. So I want to
did
know
not.
why you picked.
You did
Why?
not.
Yes, I did. Why did you pick the?
I stayed firm.
Well-
So
I picked the Packers. I mean, I picked the Eagles first, and then you had your pick in. And when you put your pick in for the Packers, I was like, oh shit, what does he know that I don't know? So I was like, okay, let me switch. So for what reason are you going against your team?
I think it's going to take them 3 or 4 weeks to get the groove with the new coaches.
Okay.
Where Green Bay's more established, so I think they'll have better rhythm than the Eagles. Plus, the Eagles didn't play their starters in the preseason again. They're
See,
going to
that shows that you and me are on the same wavelength because I was like, what could Philly be thinking of why he would switch? I'm like, oh, wait a minute. They have all new coaches, all new schemes, everything. Like he's probably going to say that they need more time
Yep.
to gel.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
And I think both teams are so close in talent. So then you look at the coaches and
Okay.
you know, part of me kind of agrees with you on that, Tony. The only thing is also the Eagles have Devin White. He's out because of his ankle, so hopefully he'll be able to play by then. That I
who's
think.
that?
Devin White. He is.
Oh, he's out. He's not even
he's out.
traveling.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't even go on the trip?
He didn't even go on the trip. He said he wasn't going to
wow.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Awesome.
His ankle's screwed up.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, I don't know if my sister's trying to give me a hard time, but my oldest sent me a text with several question marks. Pendejo? So I don't know if she's trying to reprimand me or whatever, but
Does she not know the meaning, or that's why the question marks are there because she's never heard that word before in her
I don't know.
you
I
know
think we'll see some
in her
comment.
more years that you've been around.
I don't know. We'll
She's going to hit
find
you
out
with a
shortly.
broom.
You say what?
She's going to hit you with her broom.
Yeah, dude, they're live. Go ahead. They're here live, dude.
As he takes his foot out of his mouth.
Oh no, I think that's funny.
I've only heard it from one person, so I didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All I can say is that they're here.
Somebody
So I can't do my flying witch
Oh,
broomstick
she's
joke
typing.
anymore. I can't do my joke anymore because of what you referenced.
All I can say is that is for the P. It was a question mark. Yes. Don't be shy, Rose. Put it in the chat room. We're all safe. It's all right. Tony and I are already at war anyway. So.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to get you in trouble.
Well, let's put it this way: the P may have been something that was spoken for in a league of their own. Calling a certain umpire that.
I love that movie.
Oh, so do I.
I'm hoping they rebuild the park. I hope they do. Because it burned down within the last 2 weeks where they filmed the games.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's right here in Ontario. It's traumatic. I had the chance of being on that place. And like I said, folks, the connection that I have to that movie is, I told you, we interviewed Pepper Pear Davis. I sent you the links on where it is on Blog Talk Radio. I called a football game from Jackie Robinson Stadium over there on Exposition Boulevard where she played. And I've been and I played catch at that park where they filmed the movie. I know I'm reaching, but I have a few connections, which is kind of neat. As a matter of fact, Dream and I called that football game over at Jackie Robinson Stadium. Yeah, now that I think about it, yep. We were doing the games for the California Quake, which I have to tell you, my sister Rose was there for one of the games. Big Dog. Oh my God, Big Dog. Remember that? Yeah.
That was the alarm day. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, sorry. It was a memory for me, not for you. Anyway.
So if anybody that doesn't know the story, his sister has joined us for the Quake game, which Roger, of course, was calling play-by-play, and I would just do commentary.
He was
and maybe a few minutes into the game, maybe, I don't know, middle of first quarter, maybe second quarter, all of a sudden the fire alarm goes off in the media box that we're in, and it won't stop. And we have to continue calling the game. So I have to get on a chair and literally hold the bell with my hands for the next hour and a half, whatever the fucking time it was, while these guys get to call the game. And all I'm hearing is a damn bell ringing in my ear because I'm literally a foot and a half away from it. But I have to hold it the whole time because I'm muffling the sound of the bell while they can make the calls.
And Downey Fire never showed up.
Never showed up.
More bell.
I couldn't hear for like 2 days. I was like, what? What?
Yeah, I forgot about that aspect of it. I really did.
Well, yeah, because you were calling the game.
Yeah, I did. Anyway.
His mind was elsewhere.
It was amazing, quite frankly.
I believe they won the game though.
Oh, Tony, broom. That's our way of transportation. But we moved up to an F-18.
Ooh,
Not bad. All right,
that's
I like it.
good.
Post in the chat room, woman.
Which sister
Anyway,
posted that?
the older one,
Okay.
the evil one.
Is that Alma or Rose? Which is
No,
the
that's
I
Rose.
forget which is the older one.
Rose is the older one.
Oh,
Okay, if
Rose
she's
is the
playing
older.
an F-18 now, be careful. She ain't got it loaded for bear.
Yeah, she does. So it's kind of cool. So anyway, Tony, any major prognostications that you want to talk about? Do you believe that Mahomes is the next GOAT?
I mean, can't call him a goat till he's a goat. So
Ho! Sorry, Liz. I saw you flinch. You
That's
should know
okay.
better. You know better.
I know.
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
mean,
That's
he,
right.
he's on.
Put it both.
He'll be in deep consideration for it if they can pull off what no other team in NFL history has done if they win that third in a row.
repeat.
That's
Yeah.
It's
never been
done.
done.
Huh?
Never been done. I think the Cowboys came the closest when they won 3 out of 4. And maybe the Packers back in the day, they might have done 3 out of 4 or something like that.
Was that for the Cowboys? Was that under Johnson? Because I know he won 2 in a row with Emmitt Smith.
I believe so.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know he had 3. Wow. Thank you for that. Aisha says, I know what the P stands for. It means plenum. Now work that one out. Yeah, I'm too tired for that shit. And I agree, Tony. Thank you. They're not until they're not. And even then, the greatest of all time is so subjective,
Yep.
especially now when you look at the length of time that these leagues have existed and knowing that the games have been fundamentally altered. Look, Brady, unbelievable. 7. Look, he, cut it out. He's 7 wins. No one has gotten close to that. Who has 4? Is that Terry Bradshaw?
Me 4, 5.
Oh, here comes a mutual admiration society. If anyone can do it, it would be Mahomes.
Well, I mean, he's the only one that's
In
had the
obvious
numbers over
position.
the last decade or so. So
Yeah, look, when you if we review
he
all pro,
Terry
okay,
Bradshaw had 4, by the way.
yes, he did. So I think that's the closest one. Montana had 3 or 4 or 5. Oh, so sorry.
I think
That was a
Montana had
stupid
5.
question. Yeah, I'm sorry. I realized it. I corrected it.
No
So,
dome.
Aisha, does this mean that you think Tony is filled up with nothing but egg whites? Was that the rationale behind the name?
It's better
I
being
know what that
full of
means.
something else.
Well, that too.
I don't know.
Being nice.
Actually, Montana has 4.
Okay.
If Philly was Mexican scorekeeper, we could call him Pocho for the P.
Oh no, the former. Okay, all right. I like the latter one, but the former one would still stand.
And I'm literally hearing crickets.
In reality, there will never be a GOAT because depending on one's view, you will change your opinion.
Except for the last
That's
part,
way
I
too
agree.
deep, woman.
Sounds like a Yogi Berra comment. And they
I
give me
love
cash.
Yogi. I love the Yogiisms.
Me too. The Aflac commercials.
Yeah.
Affleck.
How many did he win, scorekeeper?
Who was that?
5, 7? Yogi.
Oh God, no! I believe he had either 9 or 11.
Holy moly.
He was on those teams that won every year.
Damn.
Okay, folks, I cannot play this commercial because of copyright. We will be nailed for it, but I can play the commercial without sound. It's very
Oh, this
famous. This is it, right, Big Dog? The running back commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The
this
Super
one is
Bowl.
really good. But I have to clear the screen. Forgive me. I'm going to get to it in a moment. But all these guys have the Heisman Trophy. They all did it, right, Big Dog?
Yes.
Okay, again, I can't play with the sound, but here it is. It's a Frito-Lay commercial. Here's look. Okay, now notice.
Oh, that's when they're making their comeback.
Oh, that's wrong commercial. You're right.
Yeah, this is the one from just a couple of years, from last year, year
I
before.
apologize. Yes.
It was
Yeah,
last
you're
And
right.
on-
It is a comeback one.
And on Yogi Berra, he's a 13-time world champion.
Wow.
Yeah.
47, 49, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53,
They had
56,
one where they won 4 and then lost 1 and 5.
50, 56, 58, 61, 62, 69, 77, and 78.
Alma, that doesn't count. If you go as a fan, that doesn't count. Elway has appeared in the most Super Bowl appearances.
So after 63, so the 69, 77, and 78, those were as coaches.
Elway has the most Super Bowl appearances? I thought it was what's his face. Seriously.
Elway, I don't
The
think
GOAT
so.
right now.
What was Elway in, like 4? 3?
I know he lost like 3 and then he won. It does to Alma. Hey, if you go as a fan, that doesn't count.
No.
And then I have more appearances. Just kidding. Confucius said colonials can never agree on anything. Yeah. I'll find that commercial. It was really funny. But I apologize that I can't find it right now. He's only won 2, but they were back to back, and he went out a winner, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, you're right. Let's unretire. Yep. But he knew that was the best time to go. Well, why find the video, guys?
Okay,
You guys-
Elway has been there 5 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, and the other guy has 7 wins. So 5, 7.
6.
What are you talking about?
He has 6. He has 6 rings. You're talking
Yes,
about
you're right. Yeah, you're
you're
right.
talking about Brady.
Yeah.
6 wins, and I think he's 6-2.
Lost to the Eagles and Giants.
I thought he lost twice to the Giants. So he's 6-3. Because didn't he lose twice to Eli? Yeah, he lost twice to Eli.
Right during the perfect season in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he lost twice to Eli, and then I guess once to your Eagles.
Oh, really? Okay.
I know he lost twice to Eli because Eli, that they do commercials on that. And Eli's always saying, I got you on that one, or
Okay,
I'm
so he
2-0.
lost
Or what it is.
Okay, so
Okay, so he made 9 Super Bowl appearances in his career. That's damn good.
Okay, folks, I ask you for a little bit of patience. Here's the commercial. Again, I can't do it with sound, but check it out. They're all getting together. It's a Bo Jackson AT&T commercial. So let me remove this one. Here you go. Game time. Playoffs. College football. You know the strongest team wins. You know what's the strongest win in college?
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's right.
got
Yeah,
one of
the
those
3 of them,
too.
they're all Heisman Trophy winners, and they're making fun of Montana because he's never won the Heisman Trophy, but then he puts his 4 rings up.
Oh my
They're
God,
all-
that was great. It was a great commercial because he did not win the Heisman Trophy. Oh man, I love that commercial.
But I hopefully you guys will all agree with me. But to me, the best NFL commercial is their 100th year anniversary one,
Oh my goodness.
where they're
Yes.
all at that party and the ball falls on the ground and I forgot who yells fumble and they're all going for it. That one's a couple of years old also.
Yeah, if
I
you
think
guys
it's
want to check out that commercial, the one I was talking about, it's right there in the chat room, and I will put the link for the 100-year anniversary too, because that one is
that one. Yeah.
that one's a 2-minute commercial, man.
Wow.
We got to get all those people in there.
Tom Brady is 7-3 in the Super Bowl.
7-3. Also, he does have 7.
Yep.
My mistake. Thought he had 6. How many years did he play?
20.
17?
105. Yeah, what? He started in 2000, didn't he, or 99? So close to 25 years.
Well, that's crickets.
Yeah, I told you I heard him. And I
Probably
heard
me.
him the second Tony popped in.
Probably me.
You know, your windows and doors open, I take it?
Yeah, it's hot.
That's it.
Let me see.
Really,
What's the
Mine's
weather
at
there?
home.
really, Tony, it's hot where you are.
Yeah, it's got to be 75.
You
Oh, my bad. 66.
Oh, God, it's 97 right now.
I say this with
104 today.
I say this with the most heartfelt sincerity. Fuck you.
I double, triple that.
I'm laying
I-
some money down on that one.
I love you, but fuck you.
Okay, guys, who is this in the 100 commercial? He's the one that yells out.
Fumble?
Yeah, you remember him?
Oh, that's not Lawrence Taylor, is it?
No. Watch. Oh no, it already skipped ahead. Sorry. There it is. Him.
Oh, and I know who that is too.
Like
That's
Singletary.
not Sanders, is
That's
it?
that. No, he's a defensive player.
He looked like Singletary.
You mean the cheater?
Ah,
Who are you
yeah. Okay,
talking
there we
about?
go. It probably was Mike Singletary.
Oh, okay. Did he pass away?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, it is Singletary. Yeah. Okay. It's a great view. Sorry. All right. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Who's the cheater? Who are we talking about? Are you talking about the coach of the?
Talking about Barry Bonds?
Oh no, they're talking about the greatest of all time. Yeah, Tom Brady,
Oh, Deflategate?
among other things. Yeah, and his coach, filming the practice of the other team.
Mr. Sugar Daddy?
Belichick. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that video where he met his girlfriend's brother?
No.
Oh my God, that was funny. His girlfriend's brother is either very close to her age or younger. Just
Okay. And she's what, 25? 27?
24, I thought. I thought,
24?
I thought
Man.
so.
Good for him.
Way to go,
Yeah.
Belichick.
He came in and he was all respectful and everything, shook his hand, but I'm thinking probably behind the shake, he was thinking, I want to kill you.
Did he say any words? Did Belichick even speak?
No.
He mumbled.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Can Belichick speak?
I don't know, but he's really smart.
Well, I guess, if anything, he speaks the language of love.
Oh, for the love of
Yeah, it's
yeah,
called
if I had a
love.
wallet that big too.
It goes, yeah, cha-ching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'd like some comments. This was from Athlon Sports in the preview. 15 things to watch in 2024. The number one thing is, what do you guys think it is?
Taylor Swift.
Oh,
As
interesting.
long as she's not making plays.
No,
That's the rumor.
Rogers
know.
returns. That's the number one thing in the NFL.
That's just returned.
Yay or nay? That's the number one thing in the NFL this year.
I might say top
Oh,
top 5 or 7 because they want to see if he can get back to his MVP type of career, because he has 4 MVPs, but he is now 41, 42. So
Oh, right, I agree on his IQ, but how old is he?
I mean, for the Jets, they need him. They need an MVP type season from him because it's now or never.
it never was, never will be.
Oh,
They're
wow.
paying him a shit ton of money
Yep,
to
they are.
possibly get
Yeah.
him there.
All right, next one. Yep, it's a dynasty now. Is it? And we're talking about Kansas City. Are they a dynasty? They've
Mm.
won 2 in a row and 3 out of the last 4, right?
Yeah,
That's not a dynasty. Not
it's the
quite yet.
beginnings of.
It's
I
the
don't
beginnings,
believe
but
it's a
it's not a
dynasty.
full dynasty yet.
Yes, it's the beginnings.
What would
Richard,
you
what do you think?
consider it to be? When would you consider it to be a dynasty?
Dude, at least half a decade, man. You know, or you
That's even.
no, says Gridiron Girl. Oh, just like that. No. All right. Gridiron Girl, why don't you join us? This is a premiere episode. Come on, get in
Yeah,
here.
let us know why you say no.
Oh, shit, I know. Sorry. Anyway, that's the second one. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate the chuckle. And even if it wasn't, I'm taking it because it was still no. Richard, are they a dynasty?
No.
Liz,
I said no.
I'm sorry.
Remember,
I'm
you said at least it has to be at least half a decade, and I'm like,
at the
even that's
very
too short.
least. You know, look, a dynasty. I remember in the '90s when everyone was talking about the. Remember Big Dog, the Braves, because they had gone to like every playoff
Yeah.
that year, and they were on the verge of winning their second one. And people were like, "Oh, well, you're playing the team of the '90s," and I said, "Yeah, well, you're playing against the team of the century. Who cares about the decade?"
Yeah, really.
You know, and I remember it was like you got to win against the Braves because they would have given them an argument. But I'm glad they put it to bed. Um, Anybody want my rain and humidity? Anywho, I gotta go and finish things up.
No.
Ta for now, and have a great program, guys. Thanks, Aisha.
Thanks,
Um,
Aisha. See you Saturday.
okay, the
I'll take
beginning
a
of it.
rain, but it's
Yes.
good.
That's what I said.
Okay. So next one, the third one, Harbaugh's second act. It's been nearly a decade since Jim Harbaugh was roaming the sidelines as head coach of the NFL, but the most famous cockies in the game have now returned. So is this a good thing or a bad thing? It's the number third thing to watch, his second act. Will
I
he
wouldn't.
be successful again? Big Dog.
I wouldn't put it that high as number 3 because it's the Chargers.
Oh, good answer.
Sorry.
Don't be
know.
sorry. Have Gridiron Girl come in here and defend her team's honor.
Mm,
Well, her team. I don't know about honor.
If Philly special.
No, I don't think he will be successful.
NorCal Girl.
there's a good possibility he will be, but I agree with Big Dog. It shouldn't be that high. It shouldn't be a number 3.
Okay. And Richard.
Yes, he will be successful because he knows how to find the right man to steal signals and record games.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
he already, since Stallions can't be involved with the college, he'll come to the NFL and help out his buddy Harbaugh. So
Look, guys, he was 44-19-1. Up there in college, he was 86-25. And Lukey's, thank you, says don't care. Oh, whatever, Gritter. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Yeah, whatever. Okay, number 4, Chicago Caleb.
Before you say that, just real quick, when she said if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So she must like former Governor Jesse Ventura, because when he was a wrestler, he coined this phrase. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Yeah, I remember that one. At the end of 2022 season, the Bears stole the number 1 overall pick on the last minute thanks to a miraculous comeback win by the Indianapolis Colts against the Houston Texans. Chicago traded their selection to the Panthers for a massive haul that would end up netting them the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft from Carolina. They kept it this time, trading Justin Fields to the Steelers to clear the way for USC's Caleb Williams to become their new franchise quarterback. Is it worth it? Number 4?
No. And in fact, we've heard zip about Mr. Williams and what he's done, preseason, in practices or anything. Nothing saying, oh my God, he's the next Tom Brady. We haven't heard anything of that sort. So, and all the NFL teams have public workouts, and no one's talking about this kid. So makes me wonder.
Philly special.
No. When's the last time the Bears ever had a quarterback? So
Like that.
When they won the Super Bowl.
I didn't
back
say
in
that,
85.
Cuervo.
Harbaugh is not a quarterback. He's a horrible quarterback.
No, I said back in 85 when they won the Super Bowl.
They didn't have
what's his face?
Still didn't have McMahon wasn't a good quarterback.
He won the Super Bowl.
Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl. Doug Williams won the Super Bowl.
Whoa. I'll take
Doug
Doug
Williams,
Williams over Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, but he still wasn't that good.
Okay.
You don't have to be that good at quarterback to win the Super Bowl. It means nothing.
Depends
So
on your
the Colts
team.
Eagles won with their backup quarterback.
So guess
And
what?
beat the GOAT.
So
It means
Mahomes,
nothing.
this conversation with Mahomes is a waste of time.
No, it's not, because Mahomes is basically that whole team. Because whether he has Tyreek Hill or this rookie Worthy this year, he still wins.
It doesn't
As
matter.
long as he's got Travis on the team.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. NorCal girl.
That's like Montana Rice.
Absolutely not. You distracted me, Big Dog. I'm sorry. With what you said.
So the question is he going to lead him out of the basement? So the answer
No,
is yes.
I said absolutely no, and then I went to talk to
Yeah.
Big Dog.
Okay. Richard?
Only in Chicago.
The Bears. Okay. I'm going to skip over one or two others because we don't have time to get into them. But this is number 7. Can the 49ers get over the hump?
No.
NorCal girl.
Yes, they must.
Richard.
Which hump? Winning the Super Bowl over to Kansas City?
Yeah, winning the Super Bowl.
I believe so. I mean, why not? They came close last year. I think that they'll do it again despite firing their defensive coach, making him the scapegoat for some stupid reason. But so I guess that's the question. Will the new coach be as good as the old coach? So we'll find out. But
Rose, can they get over it? 49er fan? And how do I know? She has the damn credit card, 49ers.
Oh, good girl.
This got... Anyway,
I think I like your sisters more than you.
Big Dog.
They may get over the hump, but it's going to have to, something has to happen in Kansas City for them to get, Kansas City has to get derailed somehow for the Niners to get the hump. To me, the Niners and the Chiefs are kind of like the Lakers in the 80s when they stopped pretty much everyone from getting to the finals. Right now, all roads lead through Kansas City. You got to get by Kansas City. And I don't see that happening because like you just said, Mahomes is barely coming into his prime. So it's scary that this kid can get better.
That is a scary thing. Yeah. Tony.
As much as I don't like to say it, yeah, I'd say yes. They got a great defense, and Purdy's still on a rookie salary. So until he gets that big contract, they have a chance. But once he gets paid, they have zero chance.
That's been happening a lot, with quarterbacks.
Yep.
This newer generation, man. It's consistent.
They just want the bag.
As they say, and I'm going to be called out on this, it's like respect. That's their value. respect is how much Quan they receive.
No,
That's it.
this is respect. That's what it.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. All right. Did I ask Richard? Yeah, I think I did. Uh, Dak's last ride in Dallas. This is number 9. It's Philly.
This should be number 1. Absolutely.
There you go.
Last ride.
Yep.
Absolutely. They're showing no interest in re-signing him. Season's getting ready to start tomorrow, so that shows how much love they have for their quarterback.
Okay. Appreciate it, Big Dog.
You're looking at the next starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. NorCal Girl?
Definitely should be his last ride. He should have been done with a while ago.
Richard?
He will be starting quarterback for the Raiders.
Oh God!
No, guys. He's switching teams. He's going to become a pitcher for the White Sox. He's switching leagues.
Can't do
they're
any
the
worse
worst
than with the
team.
White
They're-
Sox.
Exactly. That's exactly where he belongs.
All right. Okay, this is number 10.
What's your opinion?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. I cannot believe they're doing. But then again, if he does have a good year, he's not done. Okay.
Bigger
because-
question on or a sub question to that question about Dak Prescott. Do you wait till the end of the season and just let him go as a free agent, or are you trading him in the middle before the trade deadline so you can get something back?
Which is something that has been happening in the last 3 to 4 years now. We actually have a trading deadline in the NFL, which is crazy. Big Dog, we never would have asked that question 5-7 years ago. That's very good. Folks, he's going to get signed to an extension. That's my feeling. Not because the inside source is any smart. The inside source is dead right now. It's hot. All I can tell you, it's hotter down there as well. So it's just dead at the moment. So
So
I
the
figure they're
extension,
gonna
is it
sign
going to
him.
be what Dak wants? Because Dak wants like $60 million a year, or
he's
more.
not going to get it. But under the rules, doesn't he get to like go into like the top 3 or something? Or is that if they name him
That's
franchise?
no, that's if you franchise him.
Yeah, okay, forget it. He's going to get money, but he's not going to get what he wants. He does want an ungodly sum, but no. Dallas is going to keep him. Who do they have? That kid that they got right now? Really? No.
Problem is Dallas waits to the end of the year. He's a free agent, so Minnesota will give him 70 or 80 million a year, and Dallas won't.
Yeah.
That's why
The
I think
Saints
the
too.
deal's going to get done before.
Okay,
I just
before.
think that he
All right.
threw his tantrum, and if he throws his tantrum, it sets a precedent. Jerry Jones doesn't do that. He's going to do it on his terms. And I agree with Jerry Jones is doing. Now, if he lets him go, hey, better. If the Raiders get him,
No.
Okay.
I'd rather have Tom Brady come down out of the rafters
Well, actually,
and have
you're
him
gonna have
quarterback
Tom Brady as an owner, right?
Oh, that's right.
and I'm not sure if you were there on Saturday when I talked about that, all the restrictions that if he does become Raiders partial owner, he's going to have a ton of restrictions on him as commentator. He's not going to be allowed access to the players to either team's players before the game or after the game. He also won't be allowed to watch any of the video, I guess, setups and stuff of what they're doing. He's pretty much going to be only allowed to be up in the booth talking while the game is going on. He's not going to have any access to anybody.
And how much are they paying him? $30 million a year?
Around there.
Oh, damn.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Folks,
And I think he lives in Vegas now too, doesn't he?
I
remember
he did buy
correctly.
property out there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when he purchased the property or was trying, that's when he was a possible free agent.
Yeah.
There was talk he was going to be with the Raiders, but that's neither here nor there. For the last one, folks, the new rules. As you know, we talked about very briefly about that particular, the particular, what is it?
The drop hip
The drop hip tackle.
hip drop or whatever the hell it's called.
The new kickoff and the tush push is remaining. So is it good for the NFL or not for the NFL? As my sister Alma said earlier, they may as well be playing flag football. What do you guys think? Is this good for the game? Not necessarily that tackle. That's going to work itself out. But the kickoff. Is it good for the game?
It can't be any worse than last year, so I say yes.
NorCal girl.
It's a 50-50, but I think yes.
Oh wow. Richard,
Sure.
big dog.
I've seen that kickoff. It's not quite as bad as I thought. It does look stupid, but the drop hip one is the one I'm completely against. I'm
Same.
completely against that one.
The one that I'm also PO'd about is you can only do an onside kick if you're losing, and you have to notify the opposing team.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid. Stupid.
So,
stupid.
in addition to that, with the kickoff, it's stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a waste of time. I think the NFL.
Oh, and don't
really
forget the marshmallow helmet.
Oh God,
helmet that they're
no.
going to be doing. I
that's
saw
right.
Jason Kelsey wearing one.
Did you really?
He looked like an idiot.
Jason, never mind. I'm shutting up.
You can say it. Go ahead.
Normally,
It's a safe. This is a safe place, Liz. Come on.
He normally looks like an idiot, but okay.
I knew that's where you were going.
So Philly
I
special. Will the tush push be as good without Kelsey?
No, and I don't think they're going to use it as much because now they got Saquon Barkley. So, but no, it cannot be as good as when they had Kelsey. Kelsey was the main anchor on that. So now you got a second.
There you go.
Oh,
Now you got a second-year player doing it. So no,
It's a Smurf.
I'm gonna have nightmares on that picture.
Why? And no, this is not a safe place.
It's one. My hated color. It's blue.
Oh, for the love of God.
Two. I'm sorry, but it looks like somebody took a mango and scored it and turned it upside down so you can get the freaking meat out of it. It's just disgusting.
Okay, I admit there's.
So when the Browns wear it, it's going to look like a mango.
It will.
Dude, it will be what you always call them. Now, I understand about the helmets. There are some issues that they're having because they're putting on the logos and all that stuff. There are some issues that I believe not all teams are going to be ready to go if the players want to use that. So, wow.
It's going to be interesting to see
Ninja
what
Turtle
players
humping
choose.
his head. You know, Rose? Ninja Turtle humping his head. Wow, that's funny. I like it. All right,
It's
folks.
going to be interesting to see what players decide to use that helmet.
Yeah. All right. So what else do you guys have? I'm gonna have to be calling it. I know it's only 8:00. If you guys want to go ahead and continue, you're more than welcome. But I'm gonna have to call it. Do you guys
Got to
have
get
anything
some
else
rest
you want
before
to
you
talk
go
about?
driving.
I'm sorry.
Got to get some rest before you go driving.
No, I'm not feeling well. It's just I'm getting old.
you're
Yeah.
my age.
Yeah, well, don't take a melatonin
You're
and
not old.
coffee again.
Okay, that was damn funny because I really did that. That's why I posted. I said, "Oh my God, what did I say? You want some real late night blockhead action?" I did. I took a melatonin to fall asleep, and then I took a sip of my Starbucks. I'm like, you moron. And that's why I posted. I said, hey, there's some blockhead action at the Noriega residence.
We were laughing at you when you posted that. My daughter and I were sitting here reading
I
it.
couldn't make that up. That's how stupid I was. That's how tired I was. And that was on.
That's almost as bad as when he takes a Viagra and then goes to sleep.
Oh, well, again, sorry, my insurance doesn't cover it, so I don't have any. But thank you. I appreciate the implication. No. Light out. Yeah.
Holy shit.
What?
Oh, I just got a weather report saying that it's gonna
be hotter
tear.
tomorrow.
Yes, and mine just says that it'll be 112.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, and just got it right now saying Riverside has a possibility of hitting 112 tomorrow.
I thought we were going to be bad at 105.
Damn, that's almost double.
That's where I thought we were going to be tomorrow, about 104,
Dude.
105. What?
It's so damn hot that I just saw the text on my phone. The charging has been paused.
Oh, it's too hot. Yeah, it's
It's
overheating.
too hot. The ambient temperature. Wow.
Damn.
Thank you for getting to 80. Would have been perfect had it been 69, but such is my luck.
Hey, 69s are fun.
So I won't be watching the game tomorrow. I'm going to be going out to check out the 66ers again. Gmo, my older sister, and I will be going, and we're looking forward to it. They're going to be giving out a new jersey. They have different types of themes over there with the 66ers, and this is the cucuys. And for those that know Spanish, it's just one of the things they do. For you guys in English, some people think it's like a fruit or something. So, what's a cucuy? NorCal girl.
I have no clue.
Yeah, not
It's
shocked.
kind of dirty.
A cuckoo.
A cuckoo? Hmm.
So not
It
bad.
is old school. A cucuy is how parents and grandparents would scare their kids. Right, big dog?
Yep,
El
it's the
cucuy.
scary thing that no one can see that's gonna come and get you.
No
Oh,
one can
cool.
see it, but it will come. El cucuy. El cucuy.
The cuckoo is gonna get you if you go out there.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster. Got it.
What?
Like the Cookie Monster or something.
Oh, the cookie monster. Is that what you white people tell
So
them?
it's
Is
it's
that
the
what you
Spanish-
do to scare your kids? The
Cuckoo.
cookie
I'm
monster
picturing
is
a
coming to
monster.
get you.
Cuckoo gonna eat cuckoos.
It's the Latino version of the boogeyman.
There
Yes,
you go.
but that's what you guys did? The cookie monster?
No, maybe his family did. Mine sure as hell didn't.
Cookie Monster's going to get you. Get in the house.
The Cookie Monster is gonna get you.
Oh, the cucuy.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
sure
That's a
delectable,
generational
but-
thing. That has been done in the Latin culture and south of the border. That's a big deal. Now, I will tell you guys that there was a joke because that woman, my wife of so many years, she had some belief systems that I told her mother, hey, it's been a year. Do I still get to trade her back in? She goes, why? Because I explained to her what some of her beliefs were. And the funniest one in our second year was when Ariel, we were changing her, and those hospital bowls where they put water in there or ice, and it's like the pan that's by your
Oh yeah.
bedside.
Yep.
Okay. It was full of water, and my wife saw and she ran in and she got Ariel and said, I gotta go. It's like, what? What are you doing? The water. What about the water? It's gonna capture her soul.
Oh,
Okay. I think I've heard that one.
Said, are we going to the ocean tomorrow? Are we going to go to the beach? I mean, what the hell? Okay, that was one. And then the other one was we were watching the news and the girls were getting old or whatever. And they talked about the chupacabra. Did I tell you this? Yeah, I told this story, right, Tony? On the other one about the
Yeah.
chupacabra?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't told this in a while, but this is what really happened. We're watching the news, and the chupacabra is allegedly a Caribbean animal. Well, there were a bunch of things going on in
Really?
Texas. Remember that? Yeah, it's a Caribbean animal that's
Oh.
worked its way into the everywhere else. But they were reporting in Texas that there were a bunch of animals that were having the three holes in them. They were being killed. And the Channel 34 reported, well, we're now receiving reports that and this is in Spanish, that the chupacabra is now in Texas. And I'm watching the news with my wife, and she says, oh my God, it's here. I definitely missed the buyback period. The exchange period on that one. I can't make that up. I'm not that funny.
Too late for a refund.
The Cookie Monster? Really?
That's what it sounded. That's what you made it sound like. It's a monster, and you call it a cuckoo. Or
Oh,
something.
sorry. It must be my thick accent.
That must have. That was it.
Your Albanian accent?
The Chihuahua accent.
Chihuahua accent. Yeah, he kind of does remind me of a little fluffy, scruffy Chihuahua.
Right.
That's why he's roofing. No, I'm roofie. He's wheezy.
Yep.
We've definitely lost the audience at this point.
We lost
Okay, I'm going to
ourselves.
update all the picks right now, folks, because really it was just the first 2 games that I updated. I didn't touch any others. So I'm going to go. Well, you know what? I redid everything. So did I get rid of all the extra commas? No, but whatever.
No commas. I put the comma there so that when I'm ready for the next person to put in, I don't have to hit a space bar. I don't
Yeah.
have to hit the space bar. It's just ready to go.
Makes sense.
All right, Liz. If you want to die on that hill, Merry Christmas. Knock yourself out, okay? Go ahead. Go ahead and do that. Die on that hill. Go ahead with the big dog. You know what? Shit,
Just like
I'm going to call in air
Roger,
support, okay?
just like Roger hates it when I correct when he does the spreadsheet and he puts 10 o'clock space PDT and I get rid of the space and it just says 10 o'clock PDT, no space. He hates that.
Uh-huh.
Huh? Scorekeeper.
Whatever. I'm glad you guys are having a good time.
Only at your expense.
Yep. It wouldn't be a night.
Where the hell are you? There you are.
Stuck to the side of your leg.
Let me tell you, right now, it's so damn hot right now. Jesus, for the love of God.
And you know what the sad part is? No one even noticed that we lost Almighty.
I
Oh,
noticed.
I
that
did.
before.
I did. I'm used to the man's shtick. All right, I'm updating the Sports Talk with the guys right now. So we want to thank everyone for joining us, folks. This is what Sports Talk, the professionals, always has been. We spend time going over some of the bigger subjects in sports, but we only do it once a month. The full year, it's hard doing it.
But Tony, you have what? One more day off?
Yep, tomorrow, and that's it.
Then it's on for 2 more weeks or a week and a half?
Yeah. I got to work the next 2 weekends. Yeah. Got a fantasy football draft party tomorrow, though, so it'll be fun.
Oh, that's right. And you have another one in about an hour, or about 2 hours, right?
No, in 51
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 minutes at midnight Eastern.
Oh, that's right. You're 3 hours ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the odd man out tonight. The rest of us are all West Coasters.
Well, Richard was here.
He joined us because he has to stay up late. That's why.
That's true.
He's like, I'll slum it with those guys. He'd be in between waiting for my stuff I got to do. I'll slum it with them.
I'm doing a fantasy football draft, almost done, but I have another in 2 hours. LOL. I'll try coming in between the two. Wow. I am warmed.
Well, that's usually we says on a Friday night, anyways.
My heart is barking at the sun.
Like a chihuahua.
Okay.
Yeah. Tony, I ought to record my dog barking and overlay it every time Scorekeeper tries to talk with just my chihuahua barking.
That would be hilarious.
Wouldn't it, though?
No comment.
The Scorekeeper soundbite. Hey, what you could do different versions of it. So, like when he gets mad, when your dog is mad.
I just responded to all of you in the chat.
Don't tempt us.
And I'll add to that when we're done, does it sound like this?
I wouldn't know. All right, folks, you got to go. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I'm okay. I don't know about you guys.
Good to go.
NorCal Girl?
No, we're fine.
All right, I want to thank everyone that joined us, obviously. Lukey's, Alma, Gridiron Girl, Aisha. We do appreciate you guys stopping in, as well as Richard, who was in with us. Big Dog, NorCal Girl, Philly Special. And Hope. I'm sorry. She also dropped in for a little bit as well. and it's going to be an exciting season. We're looking forward to it. I mean, if anything, the line has been drawn in the sand or on the goal line, and we're all looking to see what we can do. And it's going to be exciting. So it's going to be fun. So remember, 5 misses. That's it. No more, no less. You don't have it, you not qualify. Speedy, get your head out of your ass.
Hey, did you guys before real quick? Did you see Speedy's beard that he's got going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
was
talked about it
thinking
right
that.
before we went on. Yeah.
Got a lot of gray in there too.
Boy, he does.
I would that surprised me.
I wanted to ask him how long he's had the tumor because I think the tumor stunted the growth because the minute they took it out, I mean, he got that damn beard. I think he's had that tumor for a little while. I know I shouldn't. I should not. But think about it. He's never had a beard in all the years we've known him. And all of a sudden, they remove a tumor and I mean, that damn thing was huge.
Well, he's getting
Nice.
it shaved, so
Say what?
he's getting it shaved. Not
The beard.
tumor, the beard.
No, they were talking about being shaved. Poor guy. So, I didn't know he had something against tomatoes.
Silly.
I think I almost killed him when we went to Tommy's.
He
It
doesn't
had
like
tomatoes
tomatoes.
in there. Yeah. Didn't realize that. Who the hell doesn't like tomatoes? Oh, Speedy.
And me.
And anime
You know
girl,
what?
she
I've
works
noticed.
them.
I don't like raw vegetables, so I don't like raw onions. I don't like raw tomatoes. But of course, when you use them in, if you cook with them, I'm fine with it. But as
When we
far
go
as
to the baseball games, what condiments do you put on the hot dog?
ketchup and relish,
That's it,
'cause
huh?
I do not like mustard.
Yeah.
I will use mustard as a binder on when I use a barbecue grill or if I make a pot roast. I'll use the mustard as a binder, which is what a lot of people do, and I like that. But yeah,
A
for hot
nice
dogs, it's
yellow
just
or a spicy? Brown?
depends on what I'm cooking. But I haven't really tried the spicy one too much because my daughter really does. She's the only one that eats mustard,
Okay.
on like sandwiches and stuff. So she usually just gets plain mustard.
Stay away from a good Chinese mustard. That's
Oh yeah, no.
If you have a hot dog at a sporting event, Tony, what do you put on it?
I haven't ate a hot dog in 40 years.
Really?
I don't like hot dogs. It's
Did
mystery
you
meat.
notice? I said if.
If
got
I
that
were,
Oh.
I would only put jalapenos or hot sauce on it. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Brother from another mother. But we're still at war. You can
Like
go
a
now.
chorizo, yeah, I'd put hot sauce
Ah.
and jalapenos on chorizo. Love chorizo.
My daughter's
We know
trying to
what
get
you mean.
the scorekeeper's gonna love this one. My daughter tried to get me healthy or eat healthier, so she started buying soy riso.
Oh, for the love of
Oh,
God.
It wasn't that bad.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
In
Not
other words,
unlike
it's
smashing your finger
chorizo,
in
but
a
it's not
car door
meat.
the first time.
It's soy.
Oh, that's
Exactly. When I first got it,
holy.
she's like, "Give me the chorizo from the fridge." So I get it out, and I'm like, she thought I was just gonna hand it to her, and I look, I'm like, "The hell is this?" She's like, "Try it, Dad. It's good for you."
Oh no, it's not.
I'm like,
chorizo without the ease.
no, because I've always told them, with them growing up, I always instilled in them, try it first, and then if you don't like it, okay,
Yeah.
but you gotta at least try it. So I
I
was
agree.
like, damn
I
it,
agree.
they got me so many times on that.
Yeah. The girls also.
The one thing they
Yeah.
listen to.
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah, no
Right.
kidding.
Guys, I'm looking at 107 tomorrow, 107 on Friday, Saturday 104, Sunday 102, and Monday 100. Now, Big Dog
All right,
shows his
let's
is
see what I
higher,
got.
but I do want to say one thing first. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Phoenix, 100 days of over 100.
Yeah, that's
All
nothing.
right.
Okay, so Dream, you rethinking that move?
What were your temperatures again, Raj?
Tomorrow, 107, then 107, 104, 102, and on Monday 100, and we finally get to 98 on Tuesday.
All right. So for me, tomorrow is 109, then it's 110, 107, 105, and 104.
But we
Then it's
have the
10
same.
101, then
Yeah.
100. I don't get to the 90s till next Thursday.
Oh no, I'm gonna hit Tuesday 98, and then Friday I'll be in the 90s.
And of course, very unhelpful air right now for
Very
me.
unhealthful air, but we have been warned that it could get to 119. That's unreal. The record was set a few years ago. Remember, Big Dog, when it hit 118 on Friday?
Yes, I
That was
remember
great.
because that's the day my air conditioning broke,
Oh God.
and I had to go. I still remember the day. It was 17. Excuse me. It was 117, and the following day was 115 with no air.
That means we did a sports talk with the guys, and you were on that happy camper.
Well, luckily it was in the morning, but
Saturday
yes, I was very unhappy, and
I
it
think
it
you told
affected
us.
me. It affected me very very badly with my heart condition.
Yeah.
So they brought in one of those portable air conditioners, and they kind of hooked it up
And
to the
kind of
window.
didn't work though, right?
No, because it only blew one way, so I had to almost literally sit in front of it. So there was no air going into any of the rooms, so just in the living room,
You
Yeah.
could have
and it
gotten
didn't
a
even
couple
cool it
of
down.
beds.
So
I
Yeah,
walked
so-
outside just so I could taste the 118, and I was like, "It's an oven. I'm back in." So I know what 118 is. That was it. We were all warned like days in advance that it was going to get to 118, and God bless them if they ever got it right, man. And now they're
yeah, the
telling
one
us it's going
time.
to be 119. Well, no, they're saying it's possible that it can hit 119 in Southern California. That's
No, I'm
crazy.
saying when it did hit that
They got it
117,
right.
or when the one time they decided to get it right,
Yeah.
and of course
But
Tony's
over-
gonna suffer in what, like 80-degree weather.
No.
Saturday 62, low 44.
Son of
I'm gonna fly over there just to slap you, just to slap you upside the head. God damn it, Tony!
Okay.
I'm gonna get back on the plane and come over
Okay.
here.
Nothing personal, Big Dog. I would love to see that. Trust me. I would hand you the gloves, but
No gloves.
no, the white glove. To
No, hell no,
This is warm.
no, open palm.
Wow. Okay. You notice that the only people that threaten us or we threaten are either in the military or in law enforcement.
Oh, I know.
Funniest line was when Cuervo was here and he's looking at me. He says, I'm about to, say something right now, but I don't want the big dog to hit me." I'm like, "What?" And Big Dog didn't answer. I'm like, "What? You're trained to kill, and you're afraid of us?" That was funny. Which actually, it was Cuervo, being the gentleman that he was. I never said that, scorekeeper. I said I was afraid of Big Dog. If Cuervo hears that, I think he'll die laughing over that one. Yes.
And of course, my answer was, I can't beat him, but I'll just fall on him.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
All
no,
right.
I would never go after Tony. Tony could drop me in
What?
about 2 moves, probably, with all his training.
Yeah, he'd end all of us. That's why if I can safely
That's
pick
why
up war
he's
with
not
someone,
answering. He just has that little smirk.
Yeah. Wow. But it is all good. But you had not heard the Chupacabra story, Tony?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, you had heard that one, yeah. So now you know, dude. I can't make that up. I remember something happened at work, and I told the story on Facebook, as I do, and the division secretary said, "Oh my God, I was there when that happened. I didn't know I didn't know your stories were real." I said, "Yes, that's why I write just happened, because I couldn't make that up. Because a lot of people believe I make those stories up, and it's no, I'm not that funny. It's it's just it happens, man. You can't make that up."
The life of Roger.
Life of Roger. Surrounded by engineers. I should have cashed in a long time ago.
No dome.
Speaking of Jay, that was funny. All right. Again, I thank everyone, guys. We're good. We're up. We're out. Congratulations, Tony. You are in how many leagues?
6.
Wow.
Well, good luck in all of them.
Are there any money leagues? Any prizes?
4, yes.
Good for you. Have you? Oh my God, I was gonna go Latin. Have you choosed well?
Yeah,
Have you picked well?
my $200 league, I got a draft report of an A pick to finish second.
Oh, okay.
First, yeah, first is a G, second is 500, and third is 300. So
Not bad.
yeah, so if I could just win that league, then I can lose all the other ones. I'm good.
Quick question on those leagues. The person with the worst record,
No,
you
there's
only
no
have to do something stupid.
no. I
Oh.
wish there was. I wish there were because I'm always in the top 2 or 3 or 4. So I don't have to
So you
worry
would love
about
it.
it. But I would like to see somebody go through it.
And people drop out. It's so lame when they do that.
They do with the free leagues for sure.
Yeah, when I played in those leagues, I remember that there was one year I was like 8 of 10. So I went out of my way, to do my best to screw with all the first place teams. Everything. If they were going to play against someone, I would trade someone that would benefit. I was that guy. I'm like, I'm in it, man. I'm in it to win it. But when I played my first year of football and the only year I was talking about baseball on football, I went to the Super Bowl and it was that one league where I got lit up like 170 to 53. It was like the worst week. Oh yeah, I got lit up for the Super Bowl. And I played basketball one year and I finished 8 of 10, but in baseball, I was 1 or 2 all the time.
Damn.
And there was one time where I finished 5th or 6th. That was it. But no, in baseball, in the free leagues, nah, dude, that's nothing. Yeah, I know I should go for a greater challenge, but
Unless you're doing it with your friends, then usually everybody stays in it.
actually, as a matter of fact, I I play the leagues. I don't do the leagues, but thank you for clarifying what you do. But I play in the leagues. I don't do the leagues, but that's all right. I have nothing against Tony, so that's why I went with that. Oh no, shit, I have everything against Tony.
Right? Yeah. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, I have everything against him. Folks, we're looking forward to an exciting season. Congratulations to the NFL. I know it's not the 100, but you guys have been around for a long time. America's sport, not its pastime. We've already discussed that. America's sport is football, and there's no doubt about it. And I'm looking forward to the next, 17 weeks? Yeah, no, 18 weeks.
18.
18 weeks, and then we got the playoffs on. It's going to be really exciting. Can't wait, folks. Glad everyone who's joined us for tonight and for all the other games. And I can't wait. Can't wait to be reprimanded on the no dumb. We're out of here. Hey.
Later.